Hey everyone, this is Dana. Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be working with the US Marine Corps surplus generator that I bought. This is a 6 kW generator and I got to get it off the trailer because we're going to build a different trailer for it. So we're going to set it up with a little wheel dolly we can wheel around the homestead. First thing, get it off here. So I got a strap on it. I got to pull it a little bit off the trailer deck and get it to the edge. And this generator weighs about 1,800 pounds and my Kubota can only lift about 1,150 pounds. So it's a little overloaded right now. So I can kind of hold it up with the forks there, but I can't lift it at all. So as I back off with the Kubota, I'm supporting the weight here, but I'm gonna have to get it to the ground quick because I don't want to overload it at all or be lifting up on the Kubota. I've got the brush hog on the back for counterweight right here. You can see I get right to the edge and then it's going to get real heavy real quick, so I drop it fast. Just let it sit right there. Let's get this truck out of the way here, and I'm going to push the generator a little closer to the workshop. We've got a few things we need to work on with it and check it out. And I'm going to answer some of you guys' questions too. We had a lot of good questions from the last diesel generator video, so I'm going to do my best. And I'm pushing some dirt here. Look at that dirt I'm pushing right up in front there. That's how heavy this generator is. I just can't lift it off the ground fully, but we'll take care of that in a little bit. Stick around to the end of the video. You'll see our solution for that generator problem being stuck on the ground. Okay, I'm back with the generator. I've got the generator off the trailer and on the jack stands right now. I discovered one of the jacks was broken. I had to use a bottle jack and jack this side up and set it down on some blocks for now. Eventually we're gonna get a small trailer to mount this on. All right, let me show you some other features with the generator, and we'll answer some questions too about this generator that I had from the last video. Your main breaker has to be off before starting the generator. If this breaker is on, you hear it won't engage. And there's a light that actually lights up reminding you, turn off breaker. Once that breaker's off, now you can start it. Okay, there was only 120 volts on the panel here. But there, this thing does produce 240 volt, as you can see right here on the main breaker. So what we did was added a 240 volt plug for our welders and our plasma cutters. 240 volt, as you can see right here on the main breaker. So what we did was added a 240 volt plug for our welders and our plasma cutters that run off 240. You can see it's got the weather head right in the side there. So I'm going to open this panel up and I'm going to show you how we added that. You can see it's got the weather head right in the side there. So I'm going to open this panel up and I'm going to show you how we added that. We got the control panel open now. This is where that cord comes in. And these terminal blocks right here were empty. And they're either side of a 120 volt hot circuit, so you got them both together and you got your 240 volt. So all I had to do is attach these to the two terminal blocks. It already goes through a breaker. Same breaker the outlets go through, so you don't want to use the outlets at the same time you're using the 240 volt, especially if you're doing something like plasma cutting or welding. Okay, let's go over some comments I had from last time that we went over the generator here. Garfield 36900 says, given how simple the fuel system is, you could probably fabricate an external tank from a 55-gallon drum. That's a good point. This looks like a really simple fuel system here with the pickup, the return line coming through the fuel filter. I'm sure you could easily plumb this into an external tank. This tank here is pretty small, maybe 6-7 gallons. I don't have any plans right now to put an external tank on it because I have a large external truck tank. All right, we got another comment here from Peter to the Pete 6518. And he asks, how many watts is the power head? Is it a low RPM unit? Have you checked the hertz frequency under load? And he also want to suggest getting some rubber grommets for the pack out. So let's go back and look at that pack out and let's answer your other questions. Okay, so we're looking at, it's a pancake synchronous AC generator unit. This is the power head right here. So this is a 6,000 watt generator. It's rated at 60 hertz. It's rated at 60 hertz, but I haven't measured it to make sure it's putting out the 60 hertz. And this unit is rated at 1,800 RPMs. We're still only at 576 hours. This diesel engine's like brand new. So this was originally a light plant. This is the power outlet for the lamps themselves. Old mercury vapor lamps. So this is still active. You see the connector style. These are the old lamps that came out of the unit. They were actually stored inside the unit. We will not be using those, so they're just scrap at this point. So right now we don't have a use for this high of a voltage outlet, but you just never know what future case use you might use. So it has the capability for this higher voltage. Outlet is labeled to go back to one of these breakers. Lights 1, 2, and 3. And then these 3 transformers, they run each of the lights for your parking lot style lighting. This gives you instructions on how to load the lights back up into the frame. Each light had a place that it's set with brackets. Like you see these brackets right here, the light set down in there so it didn't get jostled around while it's flying on a C-130. We're back here at the power into the house again. And so this is the generator backup box where we kept the cord stored. But I did have a comment that I need to get a grommet on here, and I absolutely agree with that. I was actually gonna put another weather head, just like this one here, on that other side. And I just simply was out of them. So I need to pick one up and take this back out, which won't be a big deal, and put the weather head back in there. And the other comment I had suggested a piece of Velcro to help hold my cord in, so that doesn't happen. So let's go ahead and do that. That's a good idea. Okay, so I've added the Velcro strap around the cord just to hold it in place. And then I put a little Velcro on the Milwaukee pack out and a little Velcro on the head. So it actually holds the head in there pretty nice. That won't all fall out when I open it up. So thanks for that suggestion. Now with the weather head, actually this has been open through several storms now. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to get that seal on there. This little lip right here is actually protected from rain. You can see it just rained 2 nights ago. It poured and there's no water in there at all. Hey, watch that camera there. So we're gonna go over and take a look at Evan. He's getting ready to make this wheeled dolly, and we're gonna do a full video on this later. This is just a preview on what's going on, but this is actually the steel left over from the light plant. It was the actual light mast mounted to the top of the light plant. And so we're turning it into a dolly that we're gonna be able to pull around the homestead. So this isn't certified for highway use. There's no suspension on this. It's just a cheap and easy way for us to pull it around. We've got 40 acres and it needs to be mobile. And plus we can use it as a portable welding rig. Come check out next time and see how we made this little wheel dolly. Thanks for watching and have a good one.